3 things for a longer life and happier family. Wash your hands, wear your mask, stand apart. In our family, we've got keiki, we've got kupuna, and we're always conscious about how close we are to people, especially for me. I'm high risk as a cancer survivor. So it's about the we, not the me. It's a kako thing. So make sure that you stand together by standing apart. Wow, selfie already?
Don't mind us.
Yeah. Happy Aloha Friday! Here we go. Thank you for being on the show today. Bilibi live from Honolulu, Hawaii. And let's bring down the music just a touch here. And sorry, what about the confetti?
The bubbles don't work.
The bubbles don't work. Okay, thank you. The soap does though, just so you know. Okay, thank you very much, Guy. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to your weekend. We're going to get you started here coming up in a couple of moments. As a matter of fact, you're probably already wondering what is coming up in today's show. My radio partner of quite a few years back in KCCN FM 100, Charlie Espina Takahama. Word is she is retiring. Really? Seriously? Charlie, are you leaving radio? No! We'll also talk about Miss Hawaii. We have a brand new, newly crowned Miss Hawaii last weekend. This weekend, we are talking story with her live. She's already in our green room. All right. Now, there are a couple of other special things that we also have going on in the show today. You are going to hear from Ron Artis II. You're going to hear from Stacie Kuʻulei. There is a touching, an awesome video from the island of Maui. And Kumuhula and Hawaii recording artist Nahoku Hanohano Award winner Napua. She has a video that she put out on Facebook, but it was just like really touching. And then I read further on down, I went, what? No, get out. And so we have that video on. We have her permission to play it. We're going to do that. But in the meantime, just a reminder, if you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And you can also, if you're on Facebook, we love if you hit the share button and the like button. We appreciate that very much. I know it says Pipeline North Shore, but there's no waves out there, so we changed it. We're here. Listen, I didn't lie. It's just that's the way the weather is, and I had to sit in for Guy Hoggy this morning. So anyway, it's looking good out in Waikiki. Listen, it look good. Everybody clap for Waikiki! Yay! And they have spread out all that sound that we've been talking about for the past couple of months. And so that's all looking good. And so, hello, John from Guam. Brother, I didn't know you were... Are you really in Guam? That's absolutely awesome. Raynette loves the confetti. How are you, Raynette? Hey, there's a whole bunch of people here in the room. So let's say hi. Kathy is here from Florida. Raynette is over in Eva Beach. Debbie is here from Ontario, Canada. We've got... Jackson, Wyoming. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're feeling better there. Carl is from my hometown of Kailua Kona. Photo Luke Hawaii is on. Kevin's in Florida. Rie is on with us. There's a whole bunch of people, and if I missed you, don't worry. We will get to you, and we appreciate you being on here on this Aloha Friday. All right, now this has been a busy week, so we've got headline news for you. We're going to try to cover some of the stories that you may have missed. And Stacie Kuʻulei is on. She's on. There she is. Look at that. Aloha, Stacie. Nice to see you on. Stacie's coming up. You will see her music video that's coming up near the end of the show. So don't go away. We have that for you coming up in just a little while. Merry Monarch Festival is coming up, and we talked. We were able to hear from Auntie Luana Kavelu about her mom, Auntie Dottie Thompson, and what she was thinking when they were trying to put together the Merry Monarch Festival?
She wanted to bring back what King Kalakaua did when he was at the reign of the kingdom. He brought all the best hula dancers together to showcase the hula at his coronation.
And so what they did this week, which was really awesome, they dedicated the building that the Merry Monarch Festival has been using for years. And the county was always, well, it's kind of temporary and, we may have to move you somewhere. They're sitting right next to the place where the Merry Monarch Festival is held. Why would you move them from there to where? They used to be in a hotel, and they did however they could, but they are at a wonderful hale and facility, and you're seeing some of that right now in the footage that we have from the Merry Monarch Festival. So it was dedicated this week, the Auntie Dottie Thompson Hale. That's Auntie Luana's mama, and it's named after her. And Auntie Dottie Thompson and Auntie Luana do so much for not only the community of Hilo, but also for our culture, our lahui, for hula, and Big Island, state of Hawaii. There are thousands of people who continuously come because of what the Merry Monarch Festival brings. It is the largest hula competition in the world, and it happens every year over in Hilo. This year, it will also happen in Hilo. However, there won't be any audience because of COVID. And so that will be held over there, and it will be televised 1 week later. So the Merry Monarch Festival is going to happen, and we can't wait to see all of the dancers from Hilo, Hawaii. That will be on K5, the home team. Let's tell you, move now to this young lady who we've told you a lot about in the last 6 months. Siana Pelikai, of course, was on The Voice. And now these are pictures that she has posted on her Instagram page of her doing her first music video. So she says here in this last one, she says, day 2 down, whatever now, today, can't wait for 3, can't wait to release this song, it's going to make you cry. So before you hear the song, make sure you get plenty Kleenex next to you. I'm guessing. That's what she said. And so we anxiously await to see what Siana Pelikai has. Let's talk about Bruno Mars. Yay! Okay. So we all love Bruno Mars. We all wish that he would come here to play, don't we?
You just want to go to Vegas.
No. Okay, Guy is absolutely right. If I could, now keep in mind, the reason why we're talking about Bruno Mars is because in July, he is in a 5-day residency. It's at the MGM. So they've got a package deal where there's all kinds of things that you get hooked up with that has to do with Bruno Mars. Plus you stay in the suite. Plus you get floor tickets to his show. So that's the whole deal. It's a package deal. Go look for it on his website. But the fact that he has this, and I think that most of it is sold out already. But if I could, I would go. I would absolutely, wonderfully go. By the way, his first song that he released from the brand new album, I think is phenomenal. I cannot wait to hear what the rest of the album sounds like. Bruno Mars doing an awesome job. You're looking at sneak peek footage. This is from inside Iolani Palace. This is rehearsal as they are doing Pulama the Palace, Cherish the Palace. So it's a fundraiser coming up in June. Go to Iolani Palace's webpage. Now, I could tell you the whole thing about the fundraiser, but the reason why I'm not is because I want you to go and visit their webpage. So that way you can see what they're doing and see what they have online. It's actually incredible. They have a partnership with Google right now. And there's a part of the entertainers that are going to be there. You see Marlene Sai down in the front, in the center. You see Tehani Gonzalo, Miss Aloha Hula, Robert Casimiro, and Kuana Torres Kahele. So some excellent pictures. And there, of course, with Paula Akana, the executive director of Friends of Iolani Palace. NCIS Hawaii, we have confirmed they will start filming in the middle of June. They haven't told us the exact date as of yet, but we know it's in the middle of the June when they will start production on season number 1. Usually when the new shows come, they go do the pilot and then see if they get picked up. This one going straight to series. So congratulations to them. Exciting as another show is going to be based here in our Hawaii. All right. With that, one more thing that I wanted to show you. Okay, so I was on the internet. I was on Instagram, and I saw this wonderful video. Kumuhula, na hoku hanahana award winner, Napua, and I will play this video and then I'll explain it afterwards. So just watch and enjoy this wonderful video. Hawaiian music, hula, also on this video. Watch. Okay, so a little bit of the backstory on this song now. This song is called Meli'al Ohana, and most people know it from being from Keali'i Rai Shell's album. Now, Napua, the song is a song that is close to not only Napua, but also her family. When Napua's father passed away, she sang and danced the hula at his funeral. 10 years later, she didn't realize that she would be, at that time, living with the man who had written that song. And that is Damon Williams, who you see playing ukulele. These two lovebirds are just, you see them on social media and they are so happy. But they're incredible music makers. Damon Williams in the 90s with us on KCCN FM 100 with both the contemporary and the upbeat songs and the slower songs. And of course, Napua, well known in Hawaiian circles in both contemporary and Hawaiian music. So it was neat to see that post. But I'll play a little bit more of this video for you. We were actually going to show this on Sunrise this morning, but because things got busy with some of the interviews with like COVID and stuff like that, some of the entertainment stories we weren't able to air, and we're going to air them on Monday. So you'll actually see this on Monday on Hawaii News Now. You've gotten a preview before everybody else, but it's already on social media. And mahalo to Napua for allowing us to share this touching moment that these two were having.
Oh, that was so good.
And that's something from social media too on the Lovebirds, which is absolutely awesome. All right, let's go ahead and talk to our brand new Miss Hawaii, and let's see here if we can bring her on. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Courtney Choy. And let me just see if I can get her on. Is it that one? Yes, it is. Yay! Courtney, congratulations to you on your win at Miss Hawaii, and now you will go on to Miss America. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Did you ever think that when you were growing up that you would become Miss Hawaii?
Not at all, Billy. I entered my first competition when I was 24, when I was a second-year law student, and so just I could have never imagined something like this for myself, but I am so grateful and so honored to represent Hawaii.
What made you want to run for Miss Hawaii? What got you interested? What sparked it?
Well, my initial interest was for Miss Chinatown. I am, a couple generations in here in Hawaii, and I wanted to get to know myself and just represent my family, especially on my Chinese side. And so I've always been an academic. I'm in law school. And so I wanted to do something to challenge myself and to meet other young women who are of Chinese descent who are doing amazing things. And Miss Chinatown happened to be that opportunity. I was not expecting to win at all. I was just expecting a great experience and something that I could look back on. Being 24, it was the year of the rat, just to do something fun and something for myself. And that's how I got involved in Miss Hawaii, and that's where we are now.
Congratulations to you. First of all, how was your reign of Miss Chinatown? What did you have to do as Miss Chinatown?
Well, as Miss Chinatown, we were mostly in the Chinatown community. We had the opportunity to visit the local businesses there, share in storytelling, and just like hearing about their stories and how they have shaped our Chinatown and our community here. And we were also able to, right before the pandemic, we were able to go to San Francisco to support our sister queen at the Miss Chinatown USA pageant. And then COVID hit. And so it was a lot of adaptation and adjusting to during the pandemic, especially for myself, looking back at who I am and what I wanted to make out of this year.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here and see how you do, because usually that's the whole thing when you're on stage, right? So, okay, first of all, what is your platform?
Okay, the hard questions are coming. My platform is Women's Empowerment Through Partnership. Mm-hmm. I enrolled in a girls' empowerment course when I was 14 years old, and I experienced firsthand how different role models and activities shape a young girl and a young woman's life. And I want to share that through this year, to share the milestones that women have made in education, career-wise, and to share that with other girls to never give up and continuously seek opportunities to develop who you are.
Now, you are on a bigger platform. How do you, when you travel, when you talk to other people, how do you bring about what Hawaii is and how it could benefit the rest of the world?
I am so proud to be from Hawaii and to be solely educated here. And I think to bring that to others is just to be myself. I am a reflection of all the people who believed in me and all of the opportunities I've had to grow into the person I am now. And I'm just excited to share what Hawaii is about. We're about family, aloha, service, and that has what has made our community so beautiful and prosperous. And I think that's how we can share that with the rest of the world.
I know that you can't talk really about events and things without having to touch on COVID somehow, because it's affecting everybody across the planet. If you were to be asked, what are your thoughts on the COVID and the situation we find ourselves in, what would you say?
I think we can all agree it was a really tough year. And it was a tough year for me being in law school. I missed having that interaction, and I was so grateful that we were able to have school in person. And so for me, the pandemic taught me a lot about just being grateful for the little things, having that time back to really figure out who I am. And I think I grew more in this past year than I have any other year. And I think that's what prepared me for Miss Hawaii, to have that time back and just to figure out who I am.
Nice. From the gallery, Tyler Tajima is with us, and he asked the following question. Where does Miss Hawaii want to travel as an ambassador of the state?
Wow. Of course, Connecticut to represent Hawaii at Miss America. I would love to go back to Japan. I've had experience there as an ambassador during my time as an Ehime Hawaii intern, and I was also very fortunate to go there on the Kakehashi project. And so I would love to go back and just share that experience with the people of Japan, Miss Hawaii, and just the Hawaiian culture and what we're about here.
Awesome. Coming up, it's going to be the Miss America pageant. When does that happen? Because I know that with the pandemic, that may have moved the date, or where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. I believe it's in the first 2 weeks of December. They haven't quite set a date yet, but it's the 100th anniversary of Miss America, Billy. So I'm so excited. It's going to be a huge celebration.
Okay, so how do you prepare as Miss Hawaii for Miss America?
Wow, it's interesting because I think going into Miss Hawaii, I prepared a lot through my time as a law student. I had to know myself and advocate for something that I really cared about. And that's the kind of training I want to bring into Miss America, just continuously honing into the skills I've developed and really training myself to know who I am and articulate that to other people.
Awesome. Carl has a comment here. He says, wow, what an honor to have someone so impressive representing all of us. Yay! Carl, nicely said. Very, very good. Let's get to know you personally now. These are the really tough questions. What is your favorite food?
Wow, I love Japanese food. I can't help it. Like wherever we go, to Gyotaku or any local, I love plate lunches too. Any kind of bento, yeah. That's what I'm about.
Do you have a place where it can be anywhere in the islands where that's your place to relax when you want to kind of get away and you want to just ground yourself? Is there a place, whether it be hiking down by the coastline?
Yeah, the Nimitz Beach down here in Kailua, that's kind of where I go to recenter. It's away from town. I see Diamond Head in the background. That's where I went to a lot of the times when I was reflecting on Miss Hawaii and law school, is just to ground myself and remember this is where I'm from. This is the people and the place I want to represent. So that was my secret. I don't know if I should have said it, but that is my secret place.
Nice. And I think there's going to be some people that go, oh, really? Oh, wow. We need to take a walk down that side.
No.
I know that things are probably going to get stressful or hopefully busy coming up as things open up and you're able to go out and talk with people and visit with people more. And I was going to ask you, do you plan to go to schools? But I know it's still early to ask a lot of those questions. And with summer coming, we do want to. And Debbie says, best of luck, Courtney. I'm watching the comments, so keep those comments coming, gang. We want to wish you congratulations, and we want to wish you best of luck as you get ready for the Miss America pageant. But we hope that you get to, despite COVID, enjoy your experience and enjoy these wonderful days as you spend this next year as Miss Hawaii.
Oh, thank you, Billy. I'm so excited. I know it'll be tough, but I'm excited to adapt and just get back in the community as much as I can.
By the way, if you want to follow Courtney, we are putting links down below. And I'm going to say this, ask you one final question. If there are young ladies that see what you're doing and have heard that, your experience about Miss Hawaii and want to find out more information, where do they go?
They can follow my Instagram. It's at Miss America HI. And they can also just reach out to me or reach out to the Miss Hawaii organization and find those opportunities. I'm so excited to share about the organization with everyone.
Real quickly before you go, I'm going to add a couple of these in because I want to make sure that you see them. Ehukai says, such a beautiful smile, wholesome young woman with a touch of kolohe-ness. Wow, Ehukai! That's awesome. What an awesome comment there. And let's see, KC says, God bless you. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Courtney Choy, Miss Hawaii 2021. And go get them over at Miss Hawaii.
I will.
I mean, Miss Hawaii, Miss America.
Miss America. Thank you.
Bill, she won that one already. You don't have to do that. Okay, she won that one already. From the island of Maui on this Aloha Friday, we say hello to Charlie Espina Takahama. Yay!
Billy V! Wow, it's like old times, huh?
Yes, it is. I mean, because the voice sounds the same. The smile is the one that I know, but you have this...
The hair.
No, well, not even that. The hair looks good. It's the word retired that comes up now when everybody mentions your name. Charlie, are you really retiring?
I am. It is about time that I follow no one else's agenda but my own. You got that? So May 28th is my last day on the air ever. So there's, still some time still some time, and like you say, it's like a victory lap, and I really, really appreciate Pacific Media Group for letting me do that, because most times when you do the radio and you're not going to work there anymore, they tell you, get off the air now. But they allowed me to stay on the air and train the new gal that's coming in, a younger model. And knowing my partner is getting a younger trade-in, and we're training her. And then next week, it'll be my final hurrah.
Wow. So have you got plans already there, Charlie?
Well, yes, I do. We're going to babysit our grandkids. Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, ready.
We have 12 grandkids between my husband and I, Mark Takahama, plus 4 step grandkids and 2 step great grandkids.
Wow, that's amazing.
Family. And he was an only child, mind you.
Wow, you've got to, so in other words, your time is going to be well spent doing a lot of things with just family, just with
Yes.
the numbers. That's
Well, some
crazy.
of it, some of it, yes, but I plan to, just take some steps to get a better life, but, clean up those bad habits you get when you're on the radio and you don't eat that well, and you don't exercise as much.
And you don't
It's
sleep.
easy, right? Yeah, you don't sleep as good. So I got a ton of books to read, and I don't know, I'll just enjoy life on Maui.
Well, we want to say mahalo to Mark, because ever since Mark entered your life, one hot Hawaiian Nights show when we were
Yes.
doing live television, ever since
Yes.
then, we have seen nothing but smile on your face. So we really appreciate him. Thank you, Mark.
Honey, come and say hi. Can he say hi to you?
Absolutely. It's been a little while,
This is
though.
my husband. This is my husband, Mark.
Hey!
Yeah, he stole my heart, that's for sure.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mark, for taking care of Charlie. We appreciate you. We love you. Hey, Charlie, let's
Yes.
take a walk down memory road. But first, before I say that, as far as I've known, and I've been in radio or known radio, there's always been a Charlie Espina on the air. So this is like, wow.
Yeah, it's been 46 years for me in the radio industry. I started when I was 10. No, I'm just kidding.
That's right.
I started actually when I was 19 years old in 1975, and did a little Christian radio show that our church, Kalihi Union Church, did with, do you remember I listened to the new sound of QFM?
Yes, I do.
93.1. Okay, so a guy named Jojo Gunn helped us out, and we produced it, we voiced it, and I was hooked. I loved it.
Wow.
So I went off to college, to Washington State University, got a degree in radio, and came back to Hawaii, and it's been yes ever since.
Let's take a look at some of the photos of your journey, Charlie, and we'll start off with this one here. Okay, we'll start with this one here. Kind of describe what do we got here.
Okay, that's my very first, the guy who hired me first in Hawaii. His name is Rick O'Shea. He lives in China. Funny story about that is that I had interviewed with people like Dan Cook, who was programming KKUA, and I think it was maybe Tony the Tiger Taylor on KIKI.
Right.
And Lan Roberts on KGU. I mean, I was going through the spectrum, and no one would give me a job. And I was just so frustrated. And then I remembered there was a tiny little radio station in Waipahu that played country music, or so I thought. I didn't do any homework. I called the guy and I said, hey, I know you guys play country music. I don't know much about it, but I'd like to get a job in radio. And he held the phone up to his speakers and he said, does this sound like country music to you? And I think it was like the Electric Light Orchestra playing. And I said, no. And he goes, do your homework before you apply for any job in radio. And then he hired me.
He hired you. Wow. That's awesome.
Yes, for $700 a month, we
Oh.
were called Space Station Kula, and we pretended that we were broadcasting from space. You see, that was our studio. we painted the earth outside, and our greeting was Kula Kula, and I was Charlie with a news beam from Space Station Kula, and we had Mother Earth news, and it was just a trip.
I like the Hawaiian Islands down there. That's really nice.
Yep, and now that was back in the late 70s, mind you. So there's a lot of that green stuff going around. I think that spurs on creativity. Not with me, but
Right.
you know,
Green bottles, right?
powers that be.
There we go.
Green bottles, yeah. So
Hey,
then
that's your current partner, Ed Kanoy, right?
that's Ed Kanoy. He's very young. He looks kind of Mexican in that picture, and that beautiful young lady is on the left is Natalie Brown, and she was our. This was at KDO Radio, and she was our Miss KDO. Started off with being our chili queen. So this picture, I believe, was taken at one of Melvin Leeds' New Year's Eve shows.
Wow.
And we used to MC her New Year's Eve shows because she was the queen of country music, you know? So she had us do that. And Natalie was a big part of it as well.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
fun, huh?
That's awesome. And look at that. That's an awesome picture. It looks like prom, though, you know, with the red ribbons and stuff in the background there.
I know. Well, it was Melvin Lead. And so interesting is that Ed was my radio partner way back in the 80s. And my career is ending with him being my radio partner.
Wow. I remember in the days when we were all working together, the KCC and FM 100 days.
Yeah, we would do the birthday bashes and be on stage in front of 10,000 people at the Waikiki Shell and then take pictures afterwards.
You know, the other night I just did a Twitch broadcast and I was being interviewed and I told the story of the donkey on the overpass.
The donkey on the overpass. Refresh me.
So that was the one where I had lost a bet, and so I had to show my assets.
That's right.
So I had
right.
to do something with an asterisk. So I took out a donkey on the overpass of the freeway.
I remember now. Boy, that's a great story.
Yeah. So that was and actually, Charlie, I'll have to send it to you sometime. I actually have the audio from that morning. So I'll send that to you. Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
Pete and I were making big fun of you, I'm sure.
And my donkey, yes. That's a story for another time, which will have alcohol somehow connected. What is this picture right here?
Now, that was when I was with 98 Rock. You see me in between Alex Van Halen and I forgot his name. He's the bass player, I think.
Wow.
But that was when I was with 98 Rock, and that was actually mixed up because this was before KCCN,
right.
F100, yeah.
But
yeah,
you were with
and look, there's Eddie right? Van Halen, and there's Sammy Hagar, and we took backstage pictures with Van Halen.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
One more picture that we've got here. Go ahead.
I met quite a few celebrities in our time, you know, even when I was with country music, Talk Story with George Strait, and probably Pride was in the studio, Crystal Gale, Loretta Lynn. And then, you know, at 98 Rock, you know, quite a few stars came through town as well. In fact, throughout our career. And then at KCC and FM 100, it was all about the local stars, yeah?
Yeah, we had a lot of them that would come through the studios and everything, and that was awesome.
They like music, yeah.
Who's your favorite star to meet?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. Let me think about that. I think it has to be George Strait.
Really?
Still.
Nice.
It's still, yeah. He's old now, like me.
If you could say one thing about your time in radio that you would want everybody to know, what would that be?
Oh, that I got to do something that I was passionate about my entire life. How many people can say that about their entire career, right? But radio has been it for me. I've had a lot of fun doing it. I mean, our job on the air is to have fun. I think a lot of people envy that. So, and one of the reasons I'm getting out now Billy, is because I'd like to give someone else a chance to experience that. I think one of the things I'm most proud of is being able to teach a bunch of interns at 98 Rock how to do radio. One of them happens to be Shannon Scott from KINE. Ask him about that. He was my intern, and we taught him how to do radio. And look at him now; he's excelled.
I know he's in the mornings with Mele Apana, and they're doing really, really well. As a matter of fact, speaking of those days, I think Shannon Scott is there in. Where is Shannon? Shannon
right behind Mental Mele.
Yep. And now look at that. They're the partners in now, but was Pee and Charlie and myself and
you,
all the rest of the crew there back in those days.
Good times. And then Lena Girl's back there, Cy, the local guy, Adele. Yep, they're all there.
That's awesome. So your last day is coming up this 1 week from today. That's going to be on Friday. So it really is kind of, is it sit back and relax and talk story and have fun?
Well, this week is sit back and relax because we're training. And, this past week has been. So I think Brandy's ready for it. She officially starts on June 1st. And then next week, I think Ed and I will just kind of be sharing memories like you and I are doing right now.
Okay, so if somebody wants to be listening to you next week, because you got Saturday, Sunday off, and then you're on Monday through Friday next week, they can listen to you on the internet?
They can do it at, first off, we're 99.9 KISS FM. On the west side of the island, 99.3 FM, and online at kissfmmaui.com.
Okay, so whenever you go over to the island of Maui, know that you could be bumping into Charlie Espina Takahama at the shopping center, enjoying the beach. Look for a woman reading lots of books. She'll probably have a stack of books right next to her on the sand, okay? So,
for sure.
Charlie, you want to say what do you want to say to all of your fans that have been listening to you through the years?
Well, thank you for listening, for one thing, because without our listeners, we wouldn't be around, right? So thank you for that, and thank you for allowing me to come into your living room and your car and your wherever you listen. I just really appreciate it. It's been such a wonderful journey. I will miss it, but I will now, after having a number of radio partners, be with my one and only permanent partner, my husband, Mark.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
He's kind of smiling.
Charlie Espina Takahama from Kihei, Maui on this Aloha Friday. Charlie, thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Billy V. It's been fun.
Love you. Love Mark. Love everybody. All right, let's get into some weekend entertainment news as far as what we have for you that is going on. And let me see here, making sure that everything is all good. And okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, these are some of the items that are happening this weekend. We have, let me see. All of these are live performances. Some of them will be streamed. So Kauai Parish has a CD release party, Where I Reside From. That album release is happening 6 o'clock tonight. That's going to be at HB Social Club. That, by the way, is also the same place that Ron Artis will talk about that in a moment. The Green. This one. Wow. Brand New Eyes experience. So, and they are the night number 2 over there at the International Marketplace. They are once again on the rooftop, and that looks absolutely phenomenal. Kilandi is happening tonight at Shorefire Grill. That's going to start at 6:30 p.m. Trish Nalay is over at Next Door. That's going to be starting at 7 p.m. Saturday now, we got a chance to talk story with Ron Artis II a little bit earlier this week because he's coming back over here.
Yeah, that's coming up this weekend. I'm excited to be getting back home to Hawaii, soaking up the sunshine, seeing family and friends. It's it's been a wild year, and I'm grateful I get to come back so soon to Hawaii and play in-person concerts with everybody. It's going to be really fun. This is going to be at the HB Social Club up in Honolulu. So it's going to be family, friends, all ages. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be May 22nd and May 23rd. That's a Saturday and Sunday coming right up. So they can go to the either the HB Socials website, or you can actually go on my Instagram. There's a link there. There's a few tickets, like only a few tables left for Saturday, and we've got I think I didn't check the last number, but we got quite a few left on Sunday. So if you guys want to get there, there's a chance you can get on the Sunday before they all are sold out. Again, thank you everybody for always supporting me. I really appreciate that.
Mahalo to Ron Artis II. Once again, he will be there this coming weekend. Plain White Tees is also going to be at Blue Note. They've got 2 shows. That's 6:30 and 9 o'clock. That is tomorrow night. Let's go to Sunday. Mike Love and the gang. Mike Love and Full Circle. They're going to be at Blue Note, Hawaii. They've also got, once again, 2 shows there. And Kaimi Hananoeau has, let's see, a 5 o'clock performance, and that is going to be at the Princess Ka'iolani Hotel. So there is lots of great entertainment here this weekend. Debbie says, come to Ka'anapali Beach in February. Really? Okay. Are you going to be there? Okay. February, marking a date. Ka'anapali Beach. Can we broadcast from there?
Yes, we need a road show.
Okay, road show. So they say road show. Definitely. Okay. That sounds good. Wow. Are we really at showtime already? Are we almost there? We have 2 music videos for you today. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and feature them for you. And let me see here. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you very much. And just checking the comments here just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Oh, Dennis Mahathi says, I love listening to Charlie and me over the years. Thank you so much, Dennis. Dennis, it's nice to have you on. An accomplished person as yourself, who also has a hand in one of the music videos that's coming up in just a couple of moments. So we've got 2 of them that were released this past week. We've got one from Stacie Kuʻulei. She'll be able to tell you a little bit about hers. You just heard about the Green on the Rooftop, their new single hit during this past week. So we've also got theirs. We're only playing 60 seconds of it because what we want to do is we want to encourage you to go to their YouTube pages, support them, and see the full video. So we're only playing 60 seconds worth. So we'll put those links in the comments while the videos are playing. So there are 2 music videos coming up. But I think that about does it for our show. Did we miss anything? We get everything? Silence. Crickets. Crickets. They're loud the whole time, and then the one time I asked them for input, nothing. Zip. Zilcho.
We're already planning Pauhana.
They were... Okay, so they have checked out 10 minutes ago, so oh well. That's okay. That's oh no, they're trying to get into the bubbles. Oh no. There's soon going to be soap all over everything. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Mālama pono, aloha ahui ho. While the videos are playing, you're more than welcome to keep those comments coming. Once again, we appreciate you. Make sure that you are hitting the subscribe button on the YouTube side, and over on the Facebook page, make sure that you're hearing share. That really, really helps us out immensely. Mālama pono, aloha ahui ho. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the 2 videos that are starting right now.
Aloha everyone! I'm Stacie Kuʻulei, and my brand new music video is out. It's called E Apo Mai Kau, and it's a song about star-crossed lovers, like a Hawaiian Romeo and Juliet, lovers that are so much in love with one another but just can't be together. Sad but sweet song. I hope you like it. Shout out to the amazing Mr. Aaron Nelson, Horace Dudois, Anakala Moon, Kawakahi, and the Kalani Pe'a. Mahalo, thank you so much. Love you guys. Aloha!
Oh yeah, oe kuʻuipo, oh yeah, oe ke aloha, na lova.